2, and we're live with Tammy. Hello, everybody. You guys have been patient. Mama overslept. Y'all are overslept, child. Are overslept. But I have Sister Tammy on the line, and I'm gonna see who's here. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen. It's no excuse. I overslept. I had a nightmare. Then I had a good dream after that one. It was fierce, and I'll tell y'all that dream another time. But it was crazy. It was crazy. And I had gotten a phone call in my dream, and it was from somebody I really wanted to hear from, and it seemed real, and I didn't want to wake up. Okay, no shade. Yeah, so we're here. They call me sleepyhead. Oh, so prissy. Yes, I'm a sleepyhead. I sure am, honey. But I'm on here I'm trying to like keep my word and do the Sunday chat, and that's okay because it's a good time right now. 9 and 10 is too fucking early, and it goddamn way. All right, so say hello, Sister Tammy. Sister Tammy's here with us. Say hello. Y'all give me a thumbs up, or somebody let me know if you can hear her. Say it again, Tammy.
Can they hear me? Greetings. Hello.
Can y'all hear her? I won't know if they can hear you till somebody say they can. Perfect time. Okay. No, they said perfect time, but I don't know if they can hear. Yes, they can hear you. All right, so let's get on into the word today. Hallelujah. First, I want to thank you, my girl. I want to thank Miss Karmic Kitty for that generous donation the other day. Thank you so much. Yes, Mama went and got her some lotion, so I can get up into them cracks, them crevices. And I got me some nail polish remover so I can, have my nails done. I need to do that while we do this Sunday today. So I got the Bible here just in case we need it. And we have Sister Tammy on there, but Mama need her herbal essence, and I even have my coffee. Hallelujah. Are you ready, Sister Tammy? Okay, I'm
ready.
We gotta do roll call. We gotta see. I don't see my girl. I don't see the mother of the church yet. I don't see the mother of the church. The mother, she I don't blame her. She probably had some other things to do, but we need the mother of the church. Nauta is back. Nauta, where you been, girl? You been tardy? You're gonna be fine for that. I'm going to find you, girl. Okay, so Nauta's back. Hi, live chat, Mama D. Oh, my BD is back. Y'all was with me last night. Karmic Kitty is here. Inez is on. Girl, Inez. Yeah, my Inez is on. Yeah. Inez, you've been showing up lately, girl. All right. Okay, now you know who's not in here. Rose King ain't in here yet, and Tanya ain't made it yet. Okay, but we got to start the church. I know it's late, but we got to come on with it. Today we're talking about what, Tammy?
I got plenty of topics. I think you may mention what'd you say, MK Ultra? Mm-hmm. I was going somewhere else, but you mentioned MK Ultra just a little while ago.
Well, going on with it. Bring it.
So, all right, let me get ready for that. And I got the feedback. Because his switch, you caught me off guard. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Come on now, sister.
Is anybody familiar with the TV show Stranger Things?
You're going to have to speak up, baby girl. You really are.
All right. Remember anyone familiar with Stranger Things, the TV show?
Tammy, do me a favor. You got to talk loud because they don't hear you like you think they hear. You're talking like you're talking to me. You are going through a microphone. You got to speak up, baby. Can anybody talk louder? Talk loud.
Stranger Things.
Yes, that's how you got to talk. You got to talk like that this whole thing. Oh, go ahead.
Pretty much scream. Okay. Is anyone familiar with the TV show Stranger Things?
Everyone MK Ultra to some degree, diet alone. Calm down. Mama, calm down. Yes, okay. I can hear her. Okay. They hear you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Is anybody familiar with Stranger Things, the television show?
Yes, Stranger Things. Somebody said yes.
Okay. Great. Okay. So that TV show is not based on fiction. It has a commonality with the Montauk experiment. Is anybody familiar with that?
I heard
it was about time travel.
I heard about
mind control, human weapons.
I heard about the Montauk thing. Isn't that where they was doing experiments on animals?
Yeah, but they experimented on time travel, mind control, human weapons. Children were coming up kidnapped.
Okay. In New York.
All right. So
in New York.
Yes. There's a strange connection between that TV show and that experiment. And the military air base camp was called Camp Hero. This project claimed that the gentleman Preston Nichols was supposed to be an electrical engineer and part of a governmental experiment. And the purpose originally was to interfere with human minds and computers and to be able to fly a military plane with only the power of the mind. And it soon evolved into a mind control device. They wanted to be able to flip on a switch that everybody responded to, like computer program. They didn't find something that worked universally, but they were able to target individuals very well. And that's what Preston Nichols said about this Montauk project. And as far as time travel goes, he said it was later discovered that the individual whose mind was powering the machine could think of other time periods. And the machine could generate a vortex there, pretty much a time machine. So those experiments, there was a documentary written about that. And it was called The Montauk Chronicles. And they had 3 interviews with children that took part in the experiment. And those children revealed 100,000 people also took part. Many of them were children, kidnapped and brainwashed. The mind control, and they had extraterrestrial contact and time travel. And it all involved murder, kidnapping, and brainwashing innocent children. So these things are going on as of current in our present reality. And it's going on in our faces, but a lot of people aren't paying attention. You got this child trafficking, all of these pedophile cases, so on and so forth. And they say that they were able to open portals like 11 was doing on that show.
11, that's the bald head. That's the bald head girl.
Not exactly sure which one this one is.
You said 11. That's the bald headed girl, ain't it?
Okay. Well, whichever one if she was the one that's opening the portals, they were actually doing that in that experiment.
But Narda said Princess Nagli, only the melanated dominant individuals has these capabilities by the pineal gland.
Correct. And that would be why a lot of children of our culture, melanated children, have been kidnapped and taken away, or, they'll cause a disaster, a natural disaster, and have you separate from your children, and then you don't see your children. They really did that real big in Texas. People were advised not to separate from their children no matter what, because a lot of children supposedly disappeared. Their parents haven't been able to find them. So they also had a mind reading device, which Preston, the person I'm speaking of that was interviewed, he says that it was operating with Duncan Cameron. Now, Duncan Cameron is a psychic. The government spends a lot of money in obtaining psychics, dark magicians and mad scientists and things like that.
The government spend a lot of money doing that, hiring them.
Yes, most definitely.
Why?
You know, when you get started, you go back with it for the purpose of being able to control people. So what they do is they hypnotize, and that's what I say it goes on in your face. There's a video that's circulating around. It's a football team in Texas, and I don't want to get their name wrong. I don't want to mess the name up, and I'm not going to do it. But this can be verified. They were being hypnotized. They had a gentleman in there literally hypnotizing those boys. They were having them fall asleep and drive, and people were laughing at it. You know, they laughing like it's a joke. And when I saw it, I didn't take that as a joke, nor did I find it funny, because it's gotten so blatant that they're just doing it in our faces on camera. There is no absolute explanation for why they had a hypnotist talking to those football players. But you could literally see them being hypnotized on this video. And those that can hear me can research that. It's a football team in Texas. And they were on video getting hypnotized. So they've done that to Aaliyah as well. There's a video of Aaliyah. You know, she just wigs out. You can hear somebody in the background snapping. She would be talking and someone is snapping, and she just, vibrate real fast, say some words you can't understand, and you hear them snapping again. So I would suggest that when you hear people talking and you hear that snap as they're talking, get away. Get away. It is not normal for people to talk to you and snap. Period. There is a song by a designer, Timmy Turner. He just keeps snapping. Timmy Turner. That's bananas. And that's how they program a lot of people out here that's listening to the radio. And he's telling you about, murder and killing and, all kind of stuff he's saying in this song. And he just continues to snap. And if anybody's familiar with Timmy Turner that may have children or just may be childlike, there's a show called The Fairly Odd Parents. And on this Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy Turner had two magical fairy odd parents. And it's that Timmy is an average kid that no one understands. Mom and Dad and Vicky always giving him commands. So when I heard a song called Timmy Turner, that was concerning. And I would not let my children listen to that song. And you can research that song. I would advise you probably mute it, because he's doing that snapping and repetitive. Timmy Turner. Timmy's getting the burn, and all this stuff is used. This is how MK Ultra is played out. It's hypnotism. So when you're saying something repetitively and singing it in a song, then you find yourself. It's a lot of songs that don't make sense, but it makes a lot of sense. And if you hear a song being played that's not making logical sense to you, my suggestion would be to turn it off, because you're being programmed. They can program you with music.
Yes, they can. But listen, someone has said something. Carmen Kitty says, we must be careful about these news stories, though. They are coded. And let me go back up, because somebody else said something that made me go up. Hold on. They are coded. They want people to stay fearful when we are supposed to decode the rip and the fabric of the news story.
That's accurate. And as we're on this topic.
Okay, but hold on. And Tanya said, why protest homelessness yet advocate no abortions? Oxymoron. Okay.
Say that one more time. I heard you say oxymoron.
Tanya said, why protest homelessness yet advocate no abortions? Oxymoron.
It's an over for an under. There is no such thing as homelessness. They paint that picture of homelessness to make people feel like there are really homeless people. But the government puts these people out on the street. These people, nobody has to be homeless. In Michigan, where I live, if you're homeless, that's a choice, because there are houses that are abandoned people can go and live in. There is no excuse for homelessness at all. They put these people out here and portray the image that people are homeless. Anybody that can stand up there and beg for money all day has no reason to be homeless. That's a facade. It's an over for the under. There is no such thing as homelessness. Do your research. The government puts these people out here. A lot of people are out here from mental institutions that the government closed down. And you must think, what are they doing to these people in mental institutions? Who do you think they're practicing MK Ultra on? When they're giving you psychotropic drugs and stuff to control what you call bipolar disorder, which is in reality a spiritual gift, what do you think those people do? It's almost like they flick a switch in the first of the month, everybody goes crazy.
Uh-oh.
There's no such thing as homelessness.
Uh-oh. Karmic Kitty said Aaliyah was right after 9/11 had destruction of phallic symbols. Did they touch Statue of Liberty? No.
No, because the Statue of Liberty is we'll use that for another topic because I'll go on and on with that. There's a spiritual purpose for this. That's a deity. Statue of Liberty is a deity. But when they put her in Queen of the Damned, you should know already that was it for her. Everybody they take out, they do it in a procedure. And they do a ritual. There was a blood ritual done in that Queen of the Damned movie. So you could pretty much predict that, they've already either done something to her or it was coming. And she had fears of planes and things like that going around. She was telling people what might happen to her. So trust me, they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Tanya said.
So I'm gonna. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You gonna what?
Touch on the topic because I want everybody to grasp this, and it's very important. Government. Does anybody know the definition? Can you break down the meaning of government?
Let's give them time to answer it. In the meantime, it's called cadence. We are always being programmed. It's what we pay attention to. You can program your own self. I choose not to listen to these fear-mongering corporate shows with their propaganda. Karmic Kitty said that. You can program yourself and deprogram yourself too. Now, the question Tammy just asked was, does anybody know what government means? But you can address what Karmic Kitty just said about programming yourself and all that.
When they answer government, there's the answer is within there.
Okay, we have a faculty in our brain.
So they can't.
Okay, Karmic says we have a faculty in our brain called governor.
She's getting close.
Okay.
So we'll start with the MENT, MENT.
The design cities based on the human body. But go ahead. A governing word.
Okay. We'll break it all down. MENT, because I like research definitions. The reason why you need to research and learn definitions to your word, definitions to your words, is because they're extremely powerful. Words, and when you study definitions, they will tell you how words are used. They avoid confusion, things like that, because words are being used to program us pretty much. And they all have double meanings. The double meanings of the words, you have to sometimes sound these words out in order to understand what they truly mean and understand what the purpose of these words are. It's all about wordplay. We're enslaved merely with words. So what I'll say is government, MENT, MENT. That derives from the Latin suffix mentum. Mentum comes from the Pi root word men, which means to think or to project. Latin words that have a meaning, mind, also comes from the Pi root word men. So any word you find that derives from the Pi root word men, it's related to the qualities and the states of mind or thought. And we all know what govern means. You look up the definition of govern, it means to rule, direct, guide, and govern. And men, the mind. So all governments were created by men to direct, rule, guide, and govern thoughts of men. Period. That's what it is. So when you see the word government, they're telling you that's what the government is doing. Controlling, guiding, and, building the thoughts of men.
Wow.
I'm waiting to see if there's any comments before I go further.
Yeah, Karmic Kitty says you're right. Your Royal Highness is in. Your Royal Highness. Yes, the Royal Highness is in today, baby. Yes, Lord. I had to give her courtesy.
Okay.
Royal Highness, I always get that courtesy, child. She came in, peace, everyone. Peace, everyone. You know how she is. Okay, so let's see. Agree, Tammy. Tanya say, agree, Tammy. And I governed my mind and my house, family and friends. Lilith says, yeah. Oh, reality is beyond thought kind of discussion on here now. Okay, all right. What is the topic today? I think you probably missed reading it. It's about the MK Ultra and all that, but we got a little bit more going on today with Tammy. Welcome, Furel. Karma Kitty says, right, just like the brain faculty guides your actions.
And the
Stewart
best
says
way
is to control the mental capacity.
That's correct, the mind.
Mm-hmm. I don't see Tasha yet.
Now,
but go ahead.
She'll be here eventually. So, with that being said, it's very important to get mental health in check. In order to be healthy, your mind must be healthy. You must do things every day to keep your mind in check. You cannot afford to let anybody get control of your mind. And we have to deprogram every day. I don't care how wise you are, how much esoteric knowledge you have, you are not immune to being subconsciously programmed. It's everywhere. It's in everything. You don't have to watch the news for people to bring the news to you. I don't watch the news, but I still find out what's going on. A lot of people are scared of what they hear. So you have to deprogram your mind consistently. And the way that you can do that is by putting positive thoughts in your mind all the time, every day. Take a break. Do a mental check. What is my status right now? What am I thinking about right now? How am I feeling right now? Journal so that you can track where your triggers are, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. Smells, certain smells can trigger things. And the unfortunate part about this, we get even deeper than MK Ultra because they don't necessarily have to use MK Ultra on us. We were already damaged from the womb. We came here damaged. Our ancestors, the women particularly, we carry any type of torture and abuse and mental issues from our ancestors that have gone through things. And when we're constantly bombarded with all of this stuff to think about and worry about, MK Ultra here, Corona there, we're taken away from the time to focus on self. That's the most important thing. We really don't have so much time to focus on who's mentally programming out here and out there. We need to be focusing on healing our generational curses, healing our generational traumas, healing our generational financial difficulties. Because once you do that and you heal your mind, all of that can't affect you at all. It cannot affect you. The only way for it to affect you is to trigger something in you emotionally. Emotion is what causes people to do things. Spend money, certain friends, drink, sex. Emotions drive you to do things. And when someone else can control your emotions, they can control you. But even if you're trying to stay positive and keep your mind together, if you don't know you've got generational curses going on, you're going to always be at a battle and you're not going to win.
Listen.
You're just not going to win.
Tanya says, I don't watch. She was saying this while you were saying all that. So y'all was saying the same thing. Tanya said, I don't watch news yet. Co-workers and ticker symbols at work share the Trump and other bull, whatever. Okay. Yes, I deflect and get back to self.
Yes, it's important.
Somebody said,
it's important.
Is Rose in here? Hey, Rose. All right, Rose is in. All right, Rose. Okay, welcome, Rose. Rose is in, honey. We came late till I woke up late. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead. Sister Tammy is here with the word, but MK Ultra and all that good stuff. Mind control, hypnotism, and all that government, and the mind being the governing faculties and all that good shit. Go on, Tammy. Sister Tammy. Come on, praise God.
Well, again, as somebody mentioned, just as your mind can be programmed, it can be deprogrammed. But I suggest the deprogramming starting with your ancestral line. That's where all of the programming started initially. All they're doing is utilizing what they already worked on. They just perfected what's already there.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to get into your mind, it's got to get you into your emotions. And if you don't know where you come from, you don't know why you do certain things, then you leave yourself vulnerable to be programmed by anybody, not just the government. You can be pushed into spending and buying something you really didn't go to the store to buy because your emotions drove you. You could be pushed to sabotage your career over your emotions. So more than anything, it's important to learn to manage your emotions and start with your ancestral line. And if you want to know what type of issues your ancestors may have had, look in your immediate family. Your immediate family will give you a clue to what's going on, because not everybody can afford to go through a shaman or a healer or somebody to take through past life regressions or go through some, get to the Akashic records and things like that. But one thing you can do that won't cost you anything is look around your immediate family. If you know that Aunt Sue and Aunt Peggy stay drunk, and you got people dying of kidney failure and liver disease, that's an issue. That's something. If you got a cousin or a sister or a brother you refuse to talk to, you need to do what you can to heal you, because that creates tears and breaks in your family tree. And it's going to continue on and on and on and on and on. And a good example is, in my family specifically, I can trace back and see issues with myself and my cousins that stem from my aunts and uncles. I had 2 aunts. One perceived to get better clothes than the other aunt. So with the mother, which is my grandmother, buying the dress for one daughter, new, and the other daughter got hand-me-downs. One daughter felt like the other daughter was mistreated. But due to lack of knowledge of the way children process things, and the fact that you couldn't question your parents as they were younger, they never questioned their mother, which is my grandmother, as to why is my sister getting new stuff and I'm not. Well, they might not have known the financial situation or what the purpose was for why one child got hand-me-downs and why one child didn't. So as a child, you develop this energy and this animosity towards your sibling. And then that's passed down to your children. And they don't like each other. I watch it go on. And to this very day, there's a divide in my family amongst 2 sets of cousins that stem from the daughters, because one daughter felt like the other got treated better. And they don't speak. So I, being the oldest and the firstborn, have that responsibility of healing those issues, because I know better. I understand what it is. I didn't want to do it, but that's what duty I was given to do, because I see and I understand. So I frequently find myself talking to each set of cousins to explain to them, you don't know what the situation was when your parents were younger and why Mom is what I call my grandmother. Why mom made this decision and why she made that. That didn't mean she loved one less than the other based on what your mother told you. You see, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that has this going on in my family. And if you know you had that going on in yours, I suggest you do what you can. Because if you're here for a reason, and you have that gift of discernment. You know where your family issues are. And if you want to heal the generations after you and the ones before you, you got to get busy.
You got a message. Latasha said, this is so true, Miss Tammy. And also, Carmen Kitty said, Hollywood is Bleeding by Post Malone. I don't know what that means.
They're bleeding about Post Malone?
No, Hollywood is Bleeding. And then she wrote by Post Malone. Is that a song or something?
Oh, okay. It must be Post Malone's song. Honey, Post Malone is a cancer like me, baby. Yes.
She said it's a song.
Yes, that's a song. But
Carmen Kitty also said true, but if they still want to be asleep, let them sleep. Because this is supposed to be something about the slave, the beta slave programming.
Well, not necessarily a slave's programming. You can have, say, Mom, let's go back to the grandmother. We can go back right there. Your grandmother might have been pregnant with your mother, and she might have got bit by a spider, developed a bad infection, and developed a phobia of spiders. Your mother's born. Your mother's got a phobia of spiders, don't know why, and she thinks that phobia is coming from her mother getting bit by a spider. So, she's like, my mama just told me don't go near spiders, they can hurt me. She doesn't know why and so on and so forth, but she's being told this by her mother because her mother's tough to believing that, her being pregnant attracts a spider, just, throwing some out there. So now here you come as a grandchild, grandma's deceased, mom's around, you have a fear of spiders. You've never been bitten by a spider. You've never been around a spider. You've never seen a spider. Yet if someone tells you there's a spider, you might take off running. Can you tell me why that may happen?
Why? Because
that DNA is embedded in you. Your ancestors are within you. You pick up their consciousness. It lives within you. So if your grandmother got bit by a spider and was scared of that spider, you have her fear. You have her phobia. So again, you must clear that trauma, or you're going to pass that down to your children. And I'm specifically speaking of women, because women carry all of the genetic mutations, the blessings, the curses. Women carry them with our children. Men carry them in their testes, and their daughters are the ones that pick up it. So it's almost like the grandmother had the child through the father. So as women, we have the curses of our mother's mother and our father's mother, and we are the ones that have to heal it.
Yes, Lord.
So you can't just say, oh, they're asleep, I don't want to do this. It's no choice, because we are having children, and our children are mating with other children, and for every person that refuses to heal their trauma, there's someone else out there being born with additional trauma. We can help ourselves, and while we help ourselves, help everyone else. If it only starts with just you, you can make a lot happen.
Yes, you can. Individually.
Individually.
Well, Inez said it's true. I was scared of Jamaican men and didn't know why until I found out my great aunt was killed by her Jamaican husband.
You see? And scientists call this transgenerational inheritance. Epigenetic transgenerational inheritance. Now, the epigenetic, we've got another thing going on. But you can be born.
Hold on. Bernarda said the oppression is so deep for so long into become attached to DNA.
It is. It goes back at least 14 generations.
Well, not Carmen Kitty said, not arguing with stubborn family, help it by transmuting that fear within yourself.
That's right. That's right. So you heal 7 generations before you and 7 generations after you just by working on you.
I want to do a video about that. I want us to do a topic about that. Healing the 7 generations before and after you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's your past. You got a blueprint, which is in your DNA. And there are 4 certain parts of that blueprint. You know, when you were in the womb, you might have things directly from your parents that were going on, especially if they were fighting over money in the womb. In the womb. If your parent had fights over money, I can bet you bottom dollar you got issues with money and you don't know why. Okay. We hear in the womb.
Wow.
And this is where some of your core beliefs about men, money, government, so on and so forth, this is where it comes from. And the best way you can heal it is to work on those limiting beliefs. And it takes some work. You can't just say, oh, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. Because you got that evil gene in there saying, no, you're not. No, you're not. I saw you eat beans last night. You ain't no millionaire. You got to fight. And that's when that intuition that I always talk of, Sophia, comes in to help you clear that.
Well, it's a conscious effort. You know, I had to constantly deprogram, reprogram my thinking, my beliefs, my whole system. Everything I was ever taught, I tossed it. And I said, I'm going to find it on my own. I start to have a communication with the universe myself. I start to see, you know, the responses from God, the source, the creator, whatever, in my life. And that's how I was able to find my way. I had to go within. You go in and upward.
You have to. And a lot of times you heal. I'm going to tell you something. If you speak to your ancestors and you rock with your ancestors, they will heal you in your sleep. They will come to you in your dreams and you'll have the strangest dream. And you'll see that ancestor or that ancestor will be in there. If you open yourself and give them permission to walk with you, because nothing can go against your free will. But if you give your ancestors permission, they know what issues they had in this earthly realm. You don't, but they do. If you give your ancestors permission to help you, you will find my mom and pop and aunt such and such and uncle this, and you know, they'll be in your dreams, literally healing you. You'll be feeling like a brand new person and don't know why. If you take some time out your day every day and sit quietly, they'll speak to you. They'll tell you things. You'll wake up with a knowledge of something that you didn't have. You'll wake up and say, I need to get to the doctor. And when you get to that doctor, you might find out your sugar, diabetes runs in your family, and you need to take care of this so that way you don't suffer from diabetes, because your family might not have had any knowledge on healthy eating. So therefore, that ancestor gave you the information you needed to drive you to a doctor and save your family from the rooter to the tutor.
Wow. Well, Tanya say they give financial wisdom and guidance in your sleep, and what else? Somebody else said something else too. Hold on. And says, yeah, so that's why I said let them sleep. You show them and talk with them over and over again. Then she said somebody cite sources and all that, and they aren't ready yet. Yes, that's true. Carmick was saying, you know, basically, that's why she said let them sleep, honey, because you show them all that, you talk with them over and over and over again, and they still don't. They just don't be ready.
You don't have to push anything on anybody. All you need to do is make mention, because it opened a neural pathway. You know, just because somebody had to tell you at one point in time, And if somebody said, let you sleep, where would you be? You can't be like that. You don't have to force nobody to believe what you're saying, because a lot of people have been brought up a certain way, and it's hard for people to take the truth immediately. It is. Okay. It's hard for somebody to tell you.
That's true. But I want to ask you, okay, what do you think about birthmarks? Like, what do they come
from? Birthmarks tell, in my belief, it tells a story of things that happened to you, because I believe in reincarnation. I don't know about everybody else, but I do, and I can get you some scriptures in the Bible. But at any rate, a lot of birthmarks can give you clues to what, how you might have transitioned before you come into this life that you're living in now, because you got to this jail cell we call a body, because we're trapped in this this vehicle we're riding around in. And I can also tell you, see again with that natal chart. If you look at your natal chart, you can pretty much find out what your family karma is. You'll know what issues you need to heal and what issues you came in with in your natal chart.
I do natal charts, by the way, those that may want one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a numerology, astronomy, and astrology lover. So I know where a lot of my issues stem from, because I'm a self-mastery of me. And I'm not going to stop learning about me, because that's the most important thing. The Bible. Matter of fact, while I speak of the Bible, let me tell you something. In 1982, October the 4th, Congress declared the Bible the Word of God. And if you live in a country where Christianity is the official religion, the most powerful book that contains all of your God-given rights and how to exercise them is in the Bible. So I would suggest anybody that don't own the Bible, go get one. You can look it up online, but I suggest you get one in paperback form, because every religion knows their Bible better than the Christian does. And we're being controlled by that Bible. Now, anytime the government passes this and declares it as a word of God, you better know they're using that to control you. While you went by MK Ultra, get that BIBLE, and you know how to fight that back. They can't do anything to you if you claim your rights in that Bible. They can't touch you.
You're so right.
You see, what they know that most people don't know is that they don't need physical weapons to enslave and control people. Because if they use physical weapons, you know that they're attempting to force you into slavery. The best tool is your mind, which is termed stealth slavery. Stealth slavery works by forcing people to work without pay, by domesticating you and allowing you to think you're free, and trick you to work for paper money and use the power of words on contracts to bind you into terms and conditions of these said contracts. And that's why you get put in slavery. They trick you into believing your service, and that gives, you get more productive, and you give them more of your productivity and your creativity, and it brings in more money to them, and they use that money to invest in their MK Ultra mess, the BS news channels and all of that. And you know what the main power is? Words. Words. Words give all this power.
Wow.
I keep stressing over and over again, you don't have to believe in Jesus, Buddha, none of that. But you better get that Bible if you're living in the United States, because that's what they use. If they made that the Word of God, you better get that Bible. Forget those law books and all that other stuff. You better get that Bible and start studying. Because I bet you this. How many of y'all know that you're not supposed to be paying tithes to the church? I bet the Jewish know. The Jewish don't pay tithes. I like to know, how many know that you're not supposed to be paying 10%, and there's nowhere in the Bible that says that, and you can't point it out.
Thank you, Inez. Most know the children Bible is full of it. I get it too. I get into the codes of August. I am learning that now for abundance. That's why my electronic device shut off and I'm on a different one now. LOL. I don't understand that, but and something about their electronic device
Well,
keeps
he
cutting
said
off.
his electronic device shut off on him.
Yeah.
He said, I come get on something else. When it shut off, I know I better be listening.
Well,
That's what they saying.
yeah. Okay. Now, but everybody has a lot of stuff to say, so I want to get to some of their questions real quick. So,
Okay.
this is true to the core. I am Sophie said that. So she said what you're saying is true to the core. Now, somebody else said something about the number 7, about the something about the number 7, the Vedas of Diva. I don't know what that is. Vedas number 7.
7 is a very spiritual number. Mm-hmm. Very, 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 and it's a very powerful number too.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I got my essence of the lucky number 7. This is so true to the core. That's why I said. I'm just reading through real quick. We are predestined to such time as this. We are more than conquerors. Yes, Mama, my sister is in spirit or something like that. Okay. Um. Okay. I guess I just saw a lot of stuff. I just want to, but I guess you can keep going. Somebody also want to know about sleep paralysis. What's up with that?
You said sleep paralysis? Mm-hmm. Oh, sleep paralysis is pretty much your soul making an attempt to get in that body. You getting up before your soul actually, because we do astral travel when we sleep. We don't stay in these bodies, and when we're in the dream realm, sometimes we try to wake up, and that soul is not in that body yet. That's why you can't get up. Okay. Remember, this vehicle is a prison. We're stuck in this prison when we're in what we view as alive is death, and what people view as death is alive. So when you go to sleep, you die. That's why you rise again, and people tell you good morning because you were dead. It's a wordplay. So with that being said, your body, this car can't start without an engine, and it need that engine to get on back in there so that you can move. With that being said, now you see how these clones move around. Imagine a clone that's sleep paralysis being programmed to move around. There's no soul in there.
Wow. So somebody said Tammy's opinion on people born on the 25th numerology question. That's by I am Sophie. What's Tammy's opinion on people being born on the 25th?
Well, the same as people born on any other day. The day you were born is special to you and your special gift. The 25th, it doesn't have the significance that you think it has. What the true meaning, I'm going to break that on down. You got our ancestors that journaled every day. And each day they woke up, they would look at what happened the day prior to and how things didn't go well and do something the next day for it to go well. They did this every day, all the way up to the 21st. Mm-hmm. And when the 21st got here, actually the beginning of the month of December, everybody would fast and go over those books, their books of life, to see where they failed and what goals they said they didn't meet. And then they fast those days. That's why the sun, it gets deep. It's more of a cosmological type of thing, a wordplay when it comes to the Trinity and so on and so forth. And with people born on the 25th, again, if you get your natal chart, because every day is important, be it the 25th, be it the 5th, be it the 4th. And speaking of days, I'm going to bring one up to October 2nd. But at any rate.
Real quick, is your rising significant?
Yes, it's very significant. And your rising is your mask.
Your rising is your mind. Hold on, let's get back to that.
Also, no, your mask.
Your mask. Your rising is your mask. Okay.
Yes, that's who you present to be to the world.
1 second. Also, Prissy Shay said, "What about when your conscience is woke, but your body won't move? You feel stuck until it release you. What is that?"
Your soul is still not in your body. You know, as I said before, like a clone can move around and talk and everything, and it doesn't have a soul. And the only reason why the clone can move around is because they've taken a consciousness of the person they've cloned and put it in there, so it has limited movement based on the controls given from where these people are that control it. You, on the other hand, don't have that consciousness put into your mind to have you move around, because you more than likely have a real true soul. So without that real true indigenous soul, you can't do nothing.
Okay. Now, back to the rising. Is why is it so significant? And what do you mean by it's your mask?
Rising is extremely significant because that's what keeps you protected from the inner you, the real you, the you that people really don't know. Your rising is how you present to the world, how you present to other people. If you see me, I may tell you I'm a Cancer, and you may say, "Funny, you don't look like a Cancer, you look like a Scorpio." Yeah, I look like a Scorpio because my rising sign is a Scorpio. So I stare intensely at people when they're talking to me. I move a certain way because that rising is how you present. That's that mask you have. That's your first impression. That's what your rising sign is. And your moon sign, your rising, your moon, your sun. They're very important. And your Venus and your Mars. For women, your Venus will tell you pretty much what type of man may work out well for you. And for men, their Mars will tell them what type of woman works out well for them. So if you have a relationship issue, you should have did that natal chart before you got with that, significant other. You know why you have a problem.
Well, it's an Aries moon today.
That's why they say
I'm an Aries, and it's an Aries moon today. It's a shame people would be fighting for a seat instead of fighting in the parking lot to leave. They talking about the church. Okay. Anyway, so LOL. Okay. Anyway, so you making.
That's why they say looks can be deceiving. You may look a certain way, but you ain't what you look like.
Mm-hmm. Dirk says you have interesting topics as usual.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Okay, now that we talked about MK Ultra, we talked about the generational, 7 generations to heal, past and future. What are some other things that you would like to touch on today?
Attitude.
Attitude.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Attitude. She's got a topic called attitude.
Yes.
About to come up. What about the attitude?
Well, I'm going to say that technical skills might get you in the door, but good people skills are essential in keeping you moving forward. And that determines the extent of your financial reward.
Come on, Sister Tammy.
Your attitude.
Keep going.
And the gratitude should be your attitude. The attitude should be gratitude. But I love my Bible. I love my Bible. Let's get it. Genesis 16:2. You got that story of the Egyptian maid Hagar and Sarah. Mm-hmm. And that attitude. Because your attitude.
You know how you got to play the piano.
What's going on with
Come on, Tammy. Come on with the word. Okay, go ahead.
So, Hagar had a disrespectful man towards her Jewish mistress, Sarah. And that led to a serious human resource problem. And this is what it is. And her unwise attempt to help God fulfill the 10-year promise to give her husband a son The barren Sarah convinced Abraham to sleep with Hagar, which is, Sarah's slave, so to speak. And back then, that was a custom because Hagar was Sarah's property. But after Hagar got pregnant, she got a disrespectful attitude towards Sarah.
No, because she said, because Hagar, Carmen Kitty said, Hagar said, it ain't my fault your hubby wanted this.
There you go. I'm not going to get it. The scriptures don't explain all the way into it, but we can conclude she was unhappy with, whatever was going on with that arrangement, and she just told you what it is. Trying to be nice.
Oh. Carmen Kitty don't play. Miss Kitty don't play.
She told it.
Kitty.
So, you got to keep in mind, though, Sarah was bossy. She had a strong-willed, zero tolerance. And she wasn't going to stand for it, so she started being bossy back with her. So, who you talking to? So, true to the meaning of her name, Hagar, that means flight. She ran away. And when she encountered that Lord in the wilderness, the Lord, in the wilderness instructed her to go back and submit to Sarah's authority. Now, some people might say Hagar was a helpless victim, but Hagar had a choice. She didn't have to disrespect Sarah because Sarah was her employer.
Okay.
And so Sarah retaliated because she disrespected her. Now, just because Hagar thought she was young and fertile, she also stood to be the most economically disadvantaged because of her behavior. Sarah was old and barren, but the difference is Sarah had a husband that catered to. And she could do what she wanted. Her husband loved her. He wanted that baby. So when you operate from a platform of poor people skills, your behind gonna lose your coin.
But Hagar was ugly, right? Was she ugly?
It don't matter if she was ugly. Now, how many of y'all got a superior with you, if you in the working world or you was, that look like something the cat drug them in, but that person held the power. You didn't have to get bossy. A pleasant attitude. I'm gonna find that scripture about a soft trunk and yada yada blah blah blah. I'm gonna get it, but you don't have to pop off and be rude and disrespectful to people unnecessarily.
Right.
You need to be able to control your behavior because everybody's not gonna tolerate that. And when you insult the wrong person, that'll be the end of your financial career. You do not bite the hand that feeds you. Whether you like that hand or not, you devise another way of getting your coin. But when you start, and I'm not going to say that's just with an employer, that's with anybody. And when you're self-employed, your employer are your client. Don't ever get so high and mighty that you think by any means necessary it's okay to disrespect any of your clients and anybody you deal with because they have the power to make or break you. So gratitude is the attitude, and that's my closing message.
Right. That was good. I like that one.
Yeah. Things going on. Attitude. Your attitude can hurt you or help you.
That's right. Sometimes we got to learn how to just, peep things and then, use strategy, use your mind, use your brain. Don't just make moves without thinking first. See how you can transmute it for your highest good. Right?
I'm sipping my tea. Say that one more time, darling.
Girl, you were sipping your tea. I'm going to read their comments.
Yes, I'm sipping my tea. About to make me get started.
Many ugly on the outside. Women got good men because of their behavior and hearts. Amen. That is so true. I never understood
that. Right.
I know what
she means. Hey,
everybody got a problem except for me. They are cursing me. Lilith, Lilith in her mouth. Okay, then we got Latasha said amen. Gina said true. Welcome, Gina, baby. Tanya said yes, that's why white men, aka lighter shades of melanin, go outside their race.
Well, that's a topic for another day. But all I'm saying is, Sarah, regardless of how she looked, she knew how to be her boss. That's why she had the husband she had. So pretty is not going to always get you to where you got to go. Young, beautiful, and these days beauty is overrated. And anybody can go throw on a couple pounds of makeup and that shit around, go buy some food, buy some booty, men are buying muscles, pecs, and all of that. Textures, anybody can be beautiful. But are you beautiful on the inside is the question. Because if you look at these prominent men, they don't really have beautiful wives. They have average wives. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Why are so many beautiful women without a man? They so beautiful. Where's the man at? And those are your hey guys.
They're so beautiful, they got no man.
No man, because they have a nasty attitude. Don't let your beauty get your feelings hurt.
That is so true. Wow. Any other topics? Anybody have anything else they want to ask? Anything they want to say today?
Well, I got topics today. You keep on. I was trying to let them go, but
I'm loving today.
You keep on. I got topics all day.
We came on at the right time because we would have came on too early. We're going to stop coming on that early. Why don't we say at least by noon?
Whichever way works.
Or thereafter. Okay, this ain't traditional church. This ain't church. This is the Sunday chat with Tammy. Okay, it says, since there's fate and destiny, why should we think before acting? That's what Dirk said. Because you have the ability, you have free will, you have the ability to think before you act, because you're supposed to always think twice. You have the positive and the negative, you have the yin and the yang, you have the up and the down, the black and the white, so you have the choice. Okay, I want to talk about speaking in tongue. All right, Kay trying to come on. That's my girl, Kay. Kay back now. Kay she always want to turn it into a whole nother direction. When Kay show up, she be trying to take over the church. She got that takeover spirit. All right, Kay. She wants to know about talking in tongue, child. What you got on the talking in tongue thing, girl? Let's go on all that.
Well, she talked about the church when they get started with that.
Oh, I'm driving a Honda, yes, a pina colada and all that. No shame.
Well,
because I'm gonna get my thing. I do believe that when you're in the spirit, you can speak in another tongue and everything. But didn't the Bible also say those who can't understand that tongue is not right? So is it right? Is it the Holy Spirit? And if it is in another tongue, do you understand it when you're speaking it? Or do you not understand what you're speaking? So you're speaking something, you don't even understand what you're speaking. What do you think of that? So if I'm really catch the spirit, I'm like, do I know what I'm saying? Do I understand it? Do I get it? Do I know? And if I don't, why not? Is there a tongue interpreter?
Well, yeah. Well, as far as it goes to speaking in tongues.
Okay, we can't hear you at all.
Okay. Personal opinion about speaking in tongues. We were all taught, us in the United States.
You're going to have to speak up, baby.
Okay. Here in the United States, many of the indigenous people were taught to speak English. We are the only ones that do not physically know our native language. When people start speaking in tongues, usually you find that they're in they get into this emotional state. So how do you know that that's not what their native language is in the first place, and they're not in this realm anymore, and they speak in their native language? Has anybody ever considered that? English isn't our language. Can anybody tell me what we spoke? The only way I know is babies. When our babies are born, they speak just like they do in church. The babies sound the same way.
Come on, Tammy. Come on with it. Hold on. Stop for 1 second. Stop for 1 second. Come on with it. Hold on. Go ahead, Tammy.
Anything that one should question, people demonize it. And anything I've learned throughout my life, anything somebody demonizes, I'm going to research because it's a reason they don't want you to research it. People will say, oh, demons are bad. Well, what makes a demon bad? Because if God created everything and everything is good, then a demon can't be bad either. So I want to know, why did you say this is forbidden? Why did you say this is the devil? Why did you say that? Because if that's the case, then my babies are cursed because they sure enough come out the womb talking about and shut up, all that stuff. They say the same thing. So I'm curious to know, what is our native language? How do we speak it?
That's a good point.
Because it's mostly indigenous people that speak in tongues.
Oh, really?
I haven't been at a church, where I see. I've been at a church that scared the mess out of me, and I knew witchcraft was real. My younger cousins went to Catholic school, and in Catholic school, you're required to go to Lent, or they go whatever they call it. Don't make me lie on them. I don't want to lie. I ain't want, but in actuality, we're all Catholic. Christianity is Catholic too, but they practice their stuff. When I got in that church, they start early in the morning before us melanated folks get out and go to church. They get started early in the morning and they get to singing, honk, honk, she, honk. And I was like, oh my God, are they Catholic? What is this noise? I don't know the words to this. What is happening in here? All the candles going on and stuff happening in that church. I've never seen them catch the Holy Ghost and start speaking in another language like that. But they do speak another language, and it's creepy because they sing it.
Wow. They be hump, 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 hump.
Oh, they have this book. They come out in these robes and they light these candles and they sing at the same time. Baby, I don't have time to play with you. To this day, I don't play with those scary movies from the 70s. That stuff they got out now is nonsense. I want some of these kids of today.
Lily say, why you demonizing pretty women? Ain't nobody demonizing no pretty woman, girl.
I can't demonize a pretty woman. I'm speaking of a pretty woman. Baby, I'm a beautiful woman. And
I'm gorgeous. That's what I said. I'm gorgeous, honey. I'm all that in the nachos, honey. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I just said anything that's demonized, see why. Check out why and shit. And when I said that, she asked that. So I'm going to respond. There are many.
You said Latasha ass was going to come to church.
Many more
Latasha showed up to the topic,
women.
Did you hear me?
With nasty attitudes. What'd she say?
Latasha's in the house. She said, I feel the spirit of God stronger in Black church. Lilith was just
okay.
Lilith ain't being shady. She just, was asking,
No, that's what I said. I just said not too long ago, anything that's demonized, I want to know why. So that would be an oxymoron of me, as somebody else mentioned, to not respond to that question.
Right.
Because if I want to know why something's demonized, then she wants to know. And this is what I'm saying. Statistics show and do a research. If you're beautiful and you don't have a nasty attitude, you probably got a man. So that beautiful is inside and outside.
Right.
So I'm not demonizing beauty, because beauty is God.
Okay.
But if you are beautiful on the outside and you got a nasty inside, you're ugly. And that's just what it is.
Well, she said nasty attitude has nothing to do with how you look.
It does not. But it has a whole lot to do with that pocketbook.
It has a whole lot to do with that. Okay, what she mean by nasty attitude affects your look. I'm sorry, but if I meet a beautiful person, they got a nasty ass attitude, they no longer look beautiful to me.
Because beauty is from the inside. Beauty is beauty.
When I meet you,
because
you
the
look
thing
pretty.
about it,
when I first meet you, you look pretty on the outside. Then I have a conversation with you and you shady and you're just a rude, nasty bitch. You become an ugly hoe right in front of me. Okay. I'm like, goddamn bitch, you done transformed stupid. Okay, you gotta be beautiful inside out.
There's a difference in being assertive. There's a difference in knowing who you are and what you want. But if you think about it, in corporations, the higher you go, the nicer, well-mannered those people are. The lower you go, the nastier they are.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the beauty salon, and that woman, and that's a true story. Beautiful woman here. I wanted to get my hair done. She's feeling herself. I don't know my schedule. You know all that. Well, girl, bye.
Oh,
I'm going to go to Muchacho's here, and it's going to take her love and attention and do my hair. If you don't believe me, take a trip to the grocery market and see what beautiful women with nasty attitudes in there shopping with their man. I'm gonna wait on that. Because I know what I see when I go grocery shopping.
Okay, we're going to move on.
And I see some folks.
So Prissy say, I don't go to church. I'm in my car or home somewhere private when tongue take over my praise or prayer. And it's another way to pray instead of praying to my Hebrew God in English. I love that. Okay.
Well, back then,
they
didn't have the...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They did not have all of these buildings like they do. And the only issue with churches, they're not, for the most part, they're there to capitalize on the people that don't understand tithe, which means a tenth. They don't know that tithing was for the Levites. And the people that attend church are not Levites. They don't understand, and it's coming from a place of greed, a lot of these churches. Because if you teaching the people the right way and explaining to them that your tithes, technically your tithes are your taxes. You pay taxes at the end of the year on your gross income. So why are you paying tithes in church too? When you teach people what tithes is for, you voluntarily give money for this and for that. And when you have people voluntarily giving money, it hit much harder. And those people get blessed when they give that money. And then they're going to be in there. You don't have to fill your congregation up with people by lying and deceiving to them. If you tell the truth that the tithes are not required, but donations are gladly accepted, they'll be in that donation plate, and then they'll give more than they would if they go into church, with their purse. I have a relative that would only purposefully put a few dollars in that purse to go to church because that plate don't come around. But if they teach you that the true meaning did not apply to you, you're going to give from your heart, truly from your heart, and not feel like you're forced to give because they teaching you stealing from God. Ain't nobody stealing from God, but them pastors is passing that plate around. So that's why you don't find the healing going to those churches, because you're giving out of a sense of guilt, and then that guilt is hitting you subconsciously, and you leave out attracting debt. Mm-hmm. And that's why people in the church don't prosper. That's why those churches don't prosper.
Tell it. Come on with it, girl. Yes, come on with it, Tammy. Speak that word. Talk that talk.
So, I humbly believe in giving back what God gave to you and passing it forward. Mm-hmm. If God bless you with a new pair of shoes, bless somebody else with a new pair of shoes. Give as it was given to you. Yeah. So, praise God. You don't have to give, because, back then, they didn't have money. Their tithes, when they brought their tithes in, they brought it in the form of animals and food. Who in the world is going to store a fish for a year to give to somebody? That's not what they do. Right. That's right. Come on, Tammy. Tell it, girl. So that's not applicable. And they only gave it to the Levite, what's his name? Aaron, and I don't have his name immediately right now. Like that, but all I'm saying is, yes. If you want to get that money, tithing is the way, but you have to tithe in the way it was given to you. Right. And like I say, time. Give somebody your time. You might not have any money. Give somebody your time. Whatever it is you want, give it. If you want money, give. If you want clothes, give. Shoes, give. And most importantly, gratitude is the attitude. You don't like the clothes you got in your closet, bless those clothes. Say, tell those clothes, I thank you for whatever it is you provided me with, and I'm going to now pass you to somebody that deserves you, because everything has energy. Pass those clothes along and bless somebody else. Make room for you to get something. But don't be pouring your money off into these churches, because when it's time for you to be buried and you didn't pay tithes last month, they gonna tell your behind it's a no, dog.
Okay, we got an old freak in here now. We got a little church thing going on. Somebody coming in here with a little freaky stuff going on. Okay, I'm gonna let you go on and have your little troll session, because I want that IP address. You going on the troll if you want to, as long as you got an IP address.
What did they say?
Somebody got 24 inches, girl.
24 inches of what? Money?
Ignorance.
Your wallet 24 inches long? Ignorance. No. He might have 24 inches of paper in his wallet or something.
Well, let's stay on the program. Okay, so Dusty up in the church, honey. We got a Dusty up in the church. I got a 24 caliber. No shame. Oh shit. My bad. Okay, so Latasha said that's true, Miss Tammy. Talking about tithing. Keep going, baby.
Yes. So you keep on. I got topics for days, and mine's gonna be going around money and how to make some room for money. But you know what? My main topic that I was going to give today was about a battery. I've been having issues with batteries lately.
I'm Vienna sausages up. Go ahead.
I've had issues with batteries lately. And,
you've been having issues with batteries? What's going on with your batteries, girl?
Yes. Well, my vehicle battery, the computer battery, the phone battery, and I have to go when I have to see. It is something with battery, and nothing is a coincidence.
That's energy.
Well, guess what? As I did my research, I began to learn something, and I'm gonna take this further the next session that we have, because we've been on quite a while. But corporations.
Great value. Okay, no shade.
Well, corporations, if you look up the definition of that, they're corpses or dead entities. And as humans, we're being used as batteries. Because, see, I have to go and research to see what's going on, because I'm supposed to go to court for a situation tomorrow.
Don't tell all your business.
And I start getting
don't tell all your business.
I ain't telling my business. It ain't a bad thing, but I'm not telling my business.
We don't want no testimony up in here. But go ahead. Come on.
As I was saying,
you got something to do
as
tomorrow.
Humans, we're being used as batteries. That's why when you go to court, you must first be charged. In the court hearing, the judge first needs to read the charges, then he charges them off after there is a judgment or a verdict made.
That's good, y'all.
And any fines or fees that may be included in that judgment must be paid with currency by the defendant.
Hey, God. Yes.
Currency, as we know, is the flow of energy, which is why stored energy in the battery is known as electric current or currency of electricity. So, when you get into the currency and the current, when that happens, I take that as a sign, and I know that currency is coming my way. That's the point I was getting at. And my point of saying that is, when you have situations and things go on that happen that seem to be bad, look at what you've got going on in your life, and that will give you a clue and some guidance as to which way to go. And there's an old tale that's called Good, Bad, I Don't Know. And my point of all of this is what I'm saying is, I could take the dead batteries as a negative anything and get upset and think, oh, the world is cursing me, all this horrible, blah, 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 blah. But sitting down and breaking it down to understand what's going on led me to know I got some money coming my way. For your vehicle, if your vehicle act up and do something strange, your vehicle know you got some money coming, and it wants some.
Yes. Okay. Keep talking, girl. I'm just licked everything.
I'm done.
The whole bowl, honey. That pudding bowl. I licked that baby. Okay, currency. Meantime, okay. So Tammy, they say you are on point. Birth of a ship, and then it says yes, ma'am. Prissy. Okay, Carmen be on it. Okay, Rose is in. Okay, I forgot Rose was on earlier. I forgot. Okay, I need to know about witchcraft, tarot, and astrology in the Bible. Is God against it? It says so in the Bible. Rose King.
Not true.
You don't say that.
Not true. Where does it say God is against that in the Bible?
Come on with it, Rose. Where does it say it at?
I'm about to pick my Bible up. I keep it handy. Where is that at?
I got mine too. Oh, Lord.
Okay. One question I'm gonna ask you is: if God is against witchcraft, what's up with the Book of Psalms? Because that's a spell book.
It sure is.
I want to know, where does it say that in the Bible? Because, that proved me wrong, and I learned something new today. And it proved me right, you learned something new. Where does it say that? Because sometimes we grow up with these teachings that's so embedded in us, we just know that that's what it is. And we live based on that fact and miss our blessings because we were told this as children and never questioned it.
Rose says she forgot where, but it does say it. Well, you got to know where it said it though, Rose. You got to come with.
Where does it say
before you ask the question, come with the researched answer or response. That way, it's you got to come with that fact. You know what I'm saying? So where does it say it at? Google it. Google where it says that. Just Google witchcraft, a sin in the Bible, according to the Bible, book of whatever. But I remember something in the Bible said something about sorcerers and workers of magic and stuff like that. So there's something mentioned in the Bible.
I'm waiting to find out where that's at.
Well, look and find out. Okay. Psalms is used for spells, period. That's what Latasha said. End of story. Okay.
Just saying, because as far as I'm concerned, did not God have Moses? We're going based on scripture. If God did God instruct Moses to go tap his rod and turn into a snake and part in the sea and all kind of other stuff. You don't know Moses is a magician.
Tracy Shabbat said the Holy Bible is full of rituals and spells. Okay,
the Holy Bible was written by a sorcerer.
Rose says, I'm asking because I've always been drawn to it, but afraid to study it because of that.
That's why I'm telling her that I know that belief came from childhood programming to tell you to leave it alone. That's not true. God tell you how to whip these people behind in the book of Psalms. As a matter of fact, I can find the curse in here where it's cursing people to be poor, the children be vagabonds, and nobody do anything to help them. It's in here when people bother you. Psalm 37. Why does it say I'm going to get the angel of the Lord to chase you? Oh, honey, baby, I can bring it. I got receipts. We can go to the church book of Psalms.
Okay, give me something. Give me something. Bring me something.
I'm about to bring it to you. And I'm going to tell you, this is one that's good for everybody. Let's get to the book of Psalms 35, because this is the song David was singing. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to break this on down. When you got 35? Enemies and people running, use that for court too. When you got to go to court, that's good for court cases. But when you got people talking against you and fighting against you and gossiping and stuff like that, Psalm 35 is asking you to plead my cause, oh Lord, with those that travel me. Pretty much those that plead my cause with them, and those that don't, It's pretty much telling you, send them angels.
A prayer for help. Psalms 35. A prayer for help.
Yes, God, stand up for my help.
Oppose those.
God.
1 second. Oppose those who oppose me, Lord, and fight those who fight against me. Take your shield and armor and come to my rescue. Lift up your spear and war axe against those who pursue me. Promise that you will save me. May those who try to kill me, may those who try to kill me be defeated and disgraced. That's more. Go ahead.
Is that King James New International Version? Which version is that?
It's the Precious Moments Bible.
Oh, okay. That might be New International Version.
But go ahead.
That's the only reason why.
Look at the opening of Greenleaf. Carmen Kitty said.
Okay.
I'm going to check that.
I don't watch TV, so I don't know.
Rose
but
King says, I see 2 Chronicles 33:6. I mean, she sees 2 Chronicles 33:6, and then she sees 1 Chronicles 10:13, 1 Samuel 15:23, Leviticus 19:31, and so many more. I just want to know the truth. I gotta call Tammy back. Her phone cut off, or was it mine? Okay, let's see here. Her phone cut off.
Difficulties, I'm guessing.
Okay, let's talk. Go ahead.
Okay. Now you left off with some verses.
Yeah, but she was saying 2 Chronicles and all that. But go ahead and say what you gotta say.
What were those verses referencing to, so we can address them?
Curses.
One of her pick one verse.
Astrology, numerology, witchcraft, all that.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure. I didn't know what the purpose of those verses were.
And you was telling us about verses, we were going over Psalms.
Oh, yeah. It's Psalms 35. So when you have situations, this is good for a court case. This is good if you're being treated unfairly at work. This is good if you got gossip neighbors, family members, friends. This is good if you got people that you feel got a problem with you and you don't know who they are. Read that one daily. Read it daily, and that will take care of your situation, and you will see it working, because whatever happens to you, you're going to see it happen to somebody else, and you're going to know for a fact that has worked, because it's what is here. This applies to so many people. There's so many people that have given and helped people out, and they turn around and talk bad about them and, gossip, tell all the business, so on and so forth. And you want to use this. Use this for all situations dealing with adversity. And if you know exactly who it is, I'm going to go on ahead and tell you, fight against blank, whoever that name is. And the reason why I give this is because I'm doing a pay it forward. Somebody blessed me with this scripture. I was going through some situations in life, and they blessed me with this scripture. And it has helped me. And sometimes when I'm going through something, she would tell me, you haven't said your Psalms today, have you? You start your day off with this, and you don't have any problems. And this is why I'm paying it forward, because it was given to me.
I'm just loving how you break it down, honey. Come on, girl. Come on.
Well, that's just pretty much it. It covers everything in there. You can have people that you don't know were against you. This will handle.
That's true.
And that's why I use this for court cases. You got to go to court, traffic ticket, or anything like that, get busy on that. Because they got speed traps in certain cities to where, you know, you might not have been intentionally speeding or anything like that, and you get caught up. Because when you go to court, they'll tell you that we got you on camera speeding through this light, and you either plead guilty or you can take it to trial. But I'm gonna let you know now that we got you on camera. But if you say this before walking in that door, you know, the officer just might not show up.
That's true too, huh?
Yeah. So get in that book of Psalms and help your life out. It's some mean stuff in there for some enemies. There's some scary stuff in there.
Yes, Lord.
That you can do to people.
That's true.
I'm gonna find out. It is.
So let's see what they're saying. What scripture just came back? Oh, she said, what scripture? Oh, yes. Also, Christian prophecy is not bad. The Bible says to listen to the prophets. Write your own spell. God is creative. There are false prophets, but you have to be wise and ask for discernment. That's right. Sophia, you have to be wise. Every day, I do, Josh. Okay, so in England, religious people call women's periods the curse, especially Catholics. They call it the curse here too.
Oh, honey, I can get this. See, why somebody want to bring that? We're gonna bring that next time. I had y'all on live for a while talking about that.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
A woman's ministry.
That's why they have it as the number 13. Hello.
That's amen. Come on with it, girl. Come on.
There's a book called When God Was a Woman by Merlin Stone.
When God Was a Woman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Girl. It's called by Merlin Stone. It's by Merlin Stone called When God Was a Woman. Girl, I gotta read that, honey.
It breaks this stuff all the way down.
All power is in you.
I had that together too. About our 13.
What scriptures say talk about when you go to court? That's from Pharrell.
Yeah, Psalm 35. That's right.
Psalm 35.
Go get you some John the Root Conqueror. Mm-hmm.
She was asking, what scriptures are there? More than one scripture? Other scriptures about court?
Give me a second. Let me get my notes. That's one of the best scriptures right there, though. And get some John the Conqueror root and carry it with you. You find some at the metaphysical store.
I'm gonna relax my hair tonight.
Oh, okay.
I'm already mixing it up.
Relax it.
I'm getting ready to have my hair getting ready to be long. It's great.
Well, yeah.
Long and straight.
You know, speaking of relaxing, our hair naturally grows towards the sun.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to relax it so it won't be so thick under my wig.
That's what I said. Yeah, because it grows towards the sun. You got to
relax it, and then I can be better black, honey. I relax and grow my own hair, and I can be better black. Yeah, I'm wearing my own hair. Yeah, I'm better than you. Tammy, when you coming? You coming to visit, right?
Yes, I am.
She's coming to visit. That means y'all gonna see us together. Yes, honey. Me and Tammy gonna be right here together.
Yes.
It's gonna be on. You're gonna bring the baby, right? I named her baby Charisma. I named her baby
Charisma Star. Get it right.
Godmother. I'm the godmother. I'm the baby's godmother. Am I a good godmother?
Yes.
What kind of god? Am I okay,
yes,
godmother?
You are.
Am I for real?
Yes,
don't just
are.
say that.
You're great. You're great. Fairy godmother.
Mother. I'm the godmother. The fairy godmother. I want us to talk about next Sunday we're gonna talk about fairy tales. We're gonna talk about the fairy tales. That's what I'm thinking, and we want to talk about, I think there should be some comparisons in the Bible about some of the fairy tales or whatever.
Oh, I got one ready when it's time to go. And I've got one already.
Yeah, I want to talk about the fairy tales. I want to talk about the real messages and the real story behind all those fairy tales and fables. So y'all come with y'all fairy tales and fables, and we're gonna go in. That's what I want to talk about tomorrow. Yes.
I'm coming
They
with
coming, they coming for
Cinderella.
me for about the relaxers. That's some old folk shit. I know, y'all. I know. Mama and them damn relaxers first made to strip wood floors. That is so true. That's not a lie. Carmen Kitty came with it. These relaxers was
What did
first
you
made
say?
to strip wood floors. It's true.
Well, yeah.
Okay, but our hair is made of some strong stuff, and like you said, our hair was created to praise God, to reach toward the heavens. That's why it curls up like that. You have a comeback? You have anything to say? You have anything to add to that, Sister Tammy?
Oh,
And for real says, when are we going to talk about the Moors? When are we going to talk about your people?
oh, I totally forgot. Okay, I got you next Sunday.
We'll
Man,
touch
what?
on it. Touch a little bit on the Moors right now for her, just for her, because she's been waiting a while for the Moors.
No, because we got to get real deep in the ones. But okay, I'll touch a little bit.
A little
The
bit. Okay,
Moors
but
are
you
the
got to
ones
speak up.
that
Speak
taught.
up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak
Oh,
up. Go ahead.
again. The Moors are the indigenous people that taught the Caucasianites how to take baths and clean up and stop living like wild animals, so to speak. Most of your inventions and knowledge and things like that started out with the Moors.
Okay. That's wonderful.
They claimed that it was a Moor that brought Christopher Columbus over here.
They help navigate them.
Yep. But the reason the Moors, they're Moors because they're seafaring, fishing and things like that. I used to wonder why my papa was a fisher. Makes sense. Yeah.
My original last name was Moore also, remember? Okay. Latasha said, I put the whole book called The Secret of the Psalms in the comment section. Click the link. It is the whole Psalm spell
Yep.
book. Yes. And Latasha don't be
Yep.
playing.
It's a blue book, right? Is it blue and gold or something like that?
She don't be playing. Yes. I don't know what it is, but she put, the whole link of it. Also, Pressio remind me he changes the king's heart. Tell it to sway there it should go. Tell him to touch the judge heart to go in your favor. Yes. Okay. You can tell God, you can ask God to touch the judge's heart to go to your favor. I just mean brown.
Yeah, there's a scripture for that. I believe it's in Philippines. Let me find it. And when you get your Bible,
Philippians.
if you look in the very
Philippians,
front
not
of it,
Philippines. Philippians.
honey, the Philippines, Filipino, you know what I'm talking about. Philip and the ends. Them.
Philippians. Like Fallopian?
I'm just not thinking about this. This is like what I call one of my ADDs. When I was younger, my grandma Moore had a Bible, and it had the checkerboards in the front of the book. It was like not a chessboard or a checkerboard. I'm trying to remember. I don't know why that just came up to my mind. I just remember my grandmother's Bible.
Okay.
I gotta research that one.
D. In English, religious people call women speakers. I already read that already. Okay. I will not let it will not let me post. Let's try it again. Maybe I need to prove it. Let me look and see if I need to. There it is. There it is. I think that's it. Okay, because I have to prove stuff. I have to go up and look for you. See if it went through yet. But keep going, Tammy. Come on with it. Come on with it now.
I didn't hear what they said.
Oh no, we just talking about Philip and the eons. Ouch.
Oh, the court scripture you're speaking of?
More is French. Means blackberry in Spanish. More means black in Old English.
Yes, it does.
So
That's back when black men ruled the world. They came all the way. They brought way, way back there.
so the Moors were black.
Mhm. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it means.
Mm-hmm.
But you have some that have taken over and take care of that. But they were Berbers.
They were what?
They say that they were Berbers. North African ancestors.
Uh-huh.
But I'm pouring my notes out on that one for next Sunday. I got a book full of, full of that stuff. But when you get started talking about the Moors, it gets hot. it get hot.
So instead of doing the fairy tales, we'll talk about the Moors next Sunday.
We could do the fairy tales too,
We'll do the
because they
Moors
get something
first.
too. Mhm.
Okay, so that's what's gonna be next Sunday. We're not gonna stay on much long. Okay, it says yes, more movie. Yes, newer movie, right? Night or dark. Okay, whatever. The moons, the Moors said this is their land. Okay, I believe it might be, because now people's realities will be shaken up. Ooh, child, something good is supposed to
Yeah.
be coming. Yes, Kim Stewart, RH negative. Lily said Kim Stewart, RH negative are not too uncommon. Well, I'm RH negative. Oops, they say don't tell people.
I did see it. Oh
They say don't
boy.
tell people, honey. Yes, yes, I'm RH negative. Okay. Well, listen, I hope y'all had a good time today. We've been on almost 2 hours. I want to thank you for showing up. I hope we had a nice, cute little fun time together. And I want to say I'll be on time next Sunday, but I promise you I'm gonna do better and not coming on so late. But I think 12 or thereafter is perfect. It gives everybody time to wake up because I could not get up, honey. I had a really fierce dream. I had a dream that I was somewhere far away and I couldn't get back to where needed to be on time for something. And it was just everything kept getting in the way. And then I had a dream that somebody I really liked called me on the phone, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. And it pissed me off because I had been waiting my whole life for that phone call, for them to finally call. That dream was fierce, y'all. Then finally I woke up and I realized how late it was. I called Tammy, her call didn't go through. And I called her again, it didn't go through. And then she called me. All right. So Tammy, I appreciate you. What other topics you have coming in the future?
Well, I just go with the flow as I do, and I have topics just right on the
Oh,
top of my head, ready to go. That's
that
why I
is
forgot about the Moors.
that's so sweet. Tracy Shabbat said, "Thanks, Mama D. I always learn something on your channel." That is so sweet. I appreciate that. Even though I'm a character and I be eating and doing my little thing and acting silly, but we always have some kind of knowledge, some kind of word, some kind of wisdom. That's what it's about. It's supposed to enjoy yourself. You ain't supposed to be sitting up and just bored to death and gotta listen to what they say. And I ain't got time for that. I want my stuff to be fun and real. Okay, it's not a substitute for church, but you know, it's an alternative. Okay, for real, to have it your way. All right. Okay, so listen, the call you waited your whole life starts buffering. I know. That's how exactly how that dream felt. Tammy and Mama D. Yes. Thanks, Mama D and Tammy. You two makes my day. That's for real. Latasha said, Latasha Penn
Well,
said, I
thank
enjoy.
you.
Latasha Penn said, this is another Latasha, by the way. Latasha Penn. I enjoyed all the topics today. Thanks, Mama D and Miss Tammy. Learned a lot today. She's also with us too. But that's not the mother of the church, Latasha. Okay, I thank y'all for the thumbs up. Everything is
Oh,
matching,
okay.
34 and 34. You guys are the best. I love you. I'll be on later in a few more hours. I'll be on by like, let's say I'll come back on by like 8 o'clock Central Time. I will be back on. Y'all know I'm gonna be back on. Hell, y'all know that. And then I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna probably go out and do a little karaoke and shit. And I'll let y'all see that too tonight. So I'm going to another club. Y'all haven't been to this one yet. I'm gonna do a little something, something. Okay. Well, I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night, a wonderful day. I'll be back on a few hours. And go get a snack and everything, because tonight I'm going to be funny, honey. Yes, mama going to come on. You know how funny I am. I ate a whole banana and the hull last night. Y'all got to go back and watch it, child. Okay, y'all be blessed. Tammy, you're the best. I love you so much. Please stay on and
Likewise.
stand
Okay.
by. Say good night to everyone, Tammy.
Peace and blessings. See you next week.
Rose, are you still
We'll
watching,
talk to you next
Rose?
week, rather.
Okay, let me see. I got to see how to turn this damn thing off and shit. Okay, Rose. I'll be back a little bit, Rose. Also, Prissy. Anna. Okay, thanks, Mama D, for your platform. Sister Tammy, thank you. Oh, they love you, Tammy. They just love them some Tammy. Will
Oh,
you
love
be
them
here on?
too.
And will you be here or on in the group? I'll be here. Okay, Dirk. I'll be here. Okay, love y'all.